Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. Do you ever go to bake or cook something that you've done 100 times and realize you've grabbed the wrong thing at the store? It's gonna be this recipe. I have made cream cheese brownies forever. They're one of my go-to sweets that I take to a potluck or have out as a sweet for game day, or make some for Valentine's Day for my honey, whatever the occasion. The recipe that I'm going to post at the end of this video is the correct recipe. We're substituting today. The recipe I've used every single time calls for a box of chocolate cake mix that you're gonna add butter and eggs and pecans to. And then you're gonna add on top of that this cream cheese goodness. What did I pick up at the store? Brownie mix. So you know what? I'm gonna cook the brownie mix as directed. I'm still gonna mix up the cream cheese goodness, and we're gonna see how these turn out. So this is gonna be a little bit different video because I'm not exactly going by my recipe, but I bet it's gonna be just as good. So let's get started at this fail at the grocery store cream cheese brownies. Let's go. So I'm gonna make my brownies according to the package. It calls for 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of water, and 2/3 cup of vegetable oil. And you're gonna stir it about 50 strokes. Have you ever wondered about the person in the test kitchen that had to determine it was 50 strokes? Like, how many takes did that have to come to before they decided, oh yeah, 50 strokes, that's the one? Just thought I'd ask. Okay, so I've got my brownie mix mixed up. Now we're gonna move on to the cream cheese goodness. Okay, so for the cream cheese, you're gonna take a block, an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You're gonna take a 16-ounce box of powdered sugar, and you're gonna take 2 eggs, and you're gonna mix that up real well. I do use my hand mixer for this. You're gonna mix those 3 ingredients up really well. Okay, so I've got everything mixed up. I'm gonna take a 9x13 glass baking dish that I have just sprayed a little cooking spray on. I'm gonna put my brownies down first, and then we'll go on to our next step. Okay, so we've got our brownie layer down in our pan. It's nice and even. Now we're gonna add our cream cheese mixture to it. And you just pour it over the brownie part. You're really not gonna stir this together, although I do kind of just make sure it's evenly dispersed. And as tempting as it is to taste this cream cheese goodness or the brownie goodness, I wouldn't recommend it. It has raw eggs, and nobody got time for salmonella. Okay, this is ready to go into a 350-degree oven for 30 to 45 minutes. I test mine at about 30 minutes. You're gonna do the toothpick test. If it comes out clean, they're done. You don't wanna overcook it, but you certainly don't wanna undercook it. So check it in about 30 minutes, but cooking it up to 45 minutes is what the recipe calls for. And I just have to play with it. Some people's oven cooks different, so check it at 30 minutes. Okay, y'all, we are out of the oven, and this is exactly what they should look like. So let's give it the toothpick test. Perfect. It's clean, it's ready. Let it cool, and then it'll be ready to cut and serve. I'm glad you joined me today, and come back to my kitchen anytime.